Yeah! DJ Frizzo in the room. Mic on. Minds open. From the first hello to the last deep thought. We bring the real with the questions hot. Every guest got a story, every story got gold. Tune in close, let the good stuff unfold. DJ Frizzo, bring them in. Amazing guests.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, coming to you straight from the Creation Station Studios. I go by the name of DJ Frizzo, and today we have a special guest. Everybody give it up for Ariel Aguilar. How you doing, Ariel? Thank you for being on the show. It's good to have you again. So we interviewed you a couple years ago. You remember that?
Oh gosh, yes, 2024.
Yeah. So we talked a lot about what you were going on during that time. But for this interview, let's start from the beginning. For people who don't know you personally, who is Ariel Aguilar?
So I'm a Mescalero Apache tribal member, and I live here in New Mexico on the reservation. And right now, I'm just trying to figure myself out too. I mean, I know who I am, but I think there's a part of me that I'm still trying to find and explore, and that's why I'm here.
Nice.
Collaborating.
You've accomplished a lot with your education, your career, and
That's
your
true.
creative interests. Where does that drive come from?
It's just funny. Imagine I started off that way. People would see me so differently. Oh, I'm Ariel. I have a master's degree and an undergrad degree, and I met so many people like that. So I try not to start off with the education. I don't want to, even though I do have an ego, I am proud of my education. I usually try and, anyways. I spent the majority of my early 20s pursuing my education. So I have my undergrad degrees from New Mexico State. My actually polo I'm wearing New Mexico State.
Nice.
So represent. And I got my major is in individualized studies, and my minors are in theater and business administration. Kind of a little bit of everything. I was encouraged to do something practical, but deep down I have this creative side of me I've always wanted to explore. So that's where the theater comes in. But believe it or not, something as simple as having to do running crew, I decided not to get a major in theater.
Mm-hmm.
But I ended up getting a minor, and then the business administration was just a bunch of extra business credits. So that's that. I finished my undergrad degree. It was tough because I was doing it. I finished it during COVID. I graduated in 2021.
Wow.
So I'm glad I got, the degree, got out of there, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to continue my education. And people close to me, they encouraged me. They said, "You're never going to go back if you don't do this." And that was probably the best advice I was given. So I did continue, and I did my master's degree online through the University of Oklahoma. Go Sooners. And I got my master's in Indigenous Peoples Law. So that truthfully is my pride and joy. I love my master's degree. I learned a lot about federal Indian law and policy, and really what happened to Native American people in the United States, all the way from when the British were still in rule to now, and how we differ and all the laws that really govern us. And I'm proud of my master's for sure.
That's beautiful. So that's probably where that drive come from, the whole Native American studying that and learning about everything you know now, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing professionally right now, and what do you enjoy most about it?
So for work right now, my job, I work at my tribe's resort and casino, the Inn of the Mountain Gods. I'm a human resources training manager, and I think that really suits kind of what I just explained in my degrees. It's funny how you end up in places that your personality is just, it suits it. So I'm in front of people a lot. I do a lot of presentations, public speaking, and I actually didn't really know how much of a business there is in public speaking. So I would like to pursue that later on. But that's what I do right now for my job. And for fun, believe it or not, I've realized in my adult years I'm very goal oriented. My fun is pursuing my dream, which is several different things. My whole life I wanted to be a Disney Channel star. I looked up to people like Miley Cyrus, Raven Simone, Demi Lovato, and I've always wanted to sing, act, and dance. And now that I've gotten older, I have additional dreams in the tribal side, so my kind of schooling side of leadership, and then I have my creative side that wants to pursue acting, of course, dancing, singing, and I've even considered, like, with my personality type, I believe I could be a producer or a director, a writer. So what I've done for fun, really truthfully, in the past few years is I've been pursuing my acting dream. I actually got into I don't know what you would call it, but kind of like a program, I guess, is what you would call it. It's called John Casablancas.
Mm-hmm.
And they basically, a lot of it I learned in my theater degree, but it went more into depth of what actually the deliverables were, and it was a good refresher as well. And it taught me more about modeling. So it's John Casablancas works with the modeling and
it's like an agency.
Acting
The
agency.
books, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's what I've done in my fun time, truthfully, is pursue that. But I will be honest, I need to do a lot more.
Which one would you say brings out the best version of you?
What do you mean?
Singing, dancing, acting, modeling. What brings out the best version of you?
In terms of skill, I would say acting, just because I have had more formal coaching in acting.
Okay.
But I believe I can sing and dance. I feel like I'm rusty. I did dancing in college and singing. I've taken a few classes, but I need more coaching.
Yeah.
But I think acting.
I'm still excited to hear you.
I know. You still. I know. I need to have something. I remember Eminem saying you always have to have a rap ready. I need to have a song ready,
Yeah.
so that way when anybody asks, I can just start like going a cappella. Yeah, right. No, we still got to do that. Let's do the podcast first.
For sure.
Yeah.
So Maxim Cover Girl.
Yes.
How did that come about? The opportunity.
Believe it or not, my algorithm is tapped into everything Ariel. So I think that's how it came on, because it saw that I'm pursuing this type of a career, and I'm sure it taps into young women around my age, and so I figured, why the hell not? I mean, do it, build my resume. If I win, it'll look good. I can meet people, connect. I wouldn't mind. I don't mind how I get my foot in the door. I mean, of course, with integrity and being with who I am, but I just know so many people get into the industry and it's not how they think they're going to get into the industry. Jennifer Lopez was a dancer. I don't know everybody else's story, but I just know there's not one size fits all to getting to where you want to be. So that's why I'm kind of just like throwing my name in every hat. If I want to sing, I'll sing. If I want to dance, I'll dance. I've been trying to pursue like influencing.
Yeah.
I need to do some more work on that.
So, for somebody hearing about Maxim Cover Girl for the first time, what exactly are you competing for?
So it's the cover of Maxim magazine, and there's a prize. I forgot how much money you win. You get professional photo shoot. You get I was gonna say shipped out to. You get a trip out to, I think it said it's Venice, Italy. And that's where you do the photo shoot. Of course, all the connections. I'm not too sure if they pay for travel, but that's basically what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for the front cover.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I figured, why not? I don't know. I think I'm not gonna lie. I think that's a good mentality to have, especially with people like us, like creative people. Why not? Like, why not you? Why not just try it? What's the worst that's gonna happen? You're where you were anyways. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So that's the kind of mentality I've had.
It's hard to get into that zone, I think, especially with our people from the res.
Yes, for sure.
We always second guess ourselves because we're like, what if this person gonna think? What are they gonna think if we do that? So,
but you know what? I was watching. There's a lot of influencers in my generation that have come up, and I forgot this guy's name, but it's two brothers and a friend. I'm sure you've seen it. They have the podcast, the Hard Knocks, School of something, School of Hard Knocks. Anyways, I'm sure you've seen his videos. He goes up to people. He's like, "Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Can I interview you for blah blah blah? I've interviewed this many billionaires and."
Oh yeah, I have seen that.
Yeah, he's like blown up, and I'm like, damn, that's such a good idea. But anyways, point being, is him and his crew, his brother and his friend, they were talking on a podcast, and they were like, people care so much about what people are saying back home, and that's why they don't do things. And those guys are from Texas. Texas is the biggest state in the United States, and they're not saying anything, but they're white guys. So I mean, if they feel that way, I mean, come on, it's everybody that feels like there's some sense of, what are people gonna think of me, and what if I fail? And like I said earlier, just keep that mindset, like, why not? And then knowing to failure's a part of it. Just accept it and move on. Just accept it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just feel like people never see the failures of really successful people, so they're not going to remember it anyways. They're going to remember you being big. And if you fail, who cares? You're pursuing the life you want.
True. With this competition, when did they announce the winner? How long do you have for it?
I'm going to be honest. I have not been up to date with it as much as I should have. They send me a text that I made it to another round. And so I just keep posting like my video. Hey, can you vote for me? That's probably not the best mentality. That's where I really need to kick my butt into gear in terms of like really getting into it. But I could look it up and find out whenever. I keep getting a wild card. So I'll go into like a semifinal. I won't be the first place in the pool I'm in, and then I'll get a wild card, and then I'll get a wild card. And I'm surprised I've made it this far. So I mean, that's gotta say something. I don't know.
A lot of people are voting for you.
Yeah. So, but I need to do it every day. I think that's another thing too. Is like people don't realize influencing is a full-time job. Yeah. Like they post 10 times a day, pictures of themselves, write something funny, because it keeps people engaged with your content. And whenever and then you get more people, you know what I mean? And if you don't post, then they're, why am I following you? You know what I mean? So I need to do that more. And I will say I have done better. I actually have over 1,000 followers now, and I'm proud of myself because I did not. Nice. I had 400 and something a while back. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. So how do you deal with the competition, and what do you think makes you stand out with this competition? With
the modeling competition?
Yeah.
Well, I haven't seen a lot of people that look like me, like my facial features. Like, to be honest, I feel like there's a lot of young women in New Mexico that look like me, like very small, petite, light skin, dark hair, Hispanic features, there's nobody else that really looks like me, to be honest. And I've noticed a lot of the women, they look older than me. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's the only, I guess I have some professional pictures taken from whenever I was working on my acting and stuff. So thankfully I had those in the bag, because I put that on there, and you can tell the quality of the pictures pretty good. But as far as that goes, I think that's really the only differentiating factor. Yeah.
So if people want to go vote for you, how do they do that?
You can follow my Instagram or my Facebook. My Instagram is Ariel_Mercedes_Aguilar.
We'll put it all under.
Oh, okay, right, cool. And then my Facebook is Ariel Aguilar, and I post a video and a link. You just click the link, it takes you directly to this website, and you make a quick little account. I swear it does not take forever. And then you just vote. It'll say just vote, and you can. The way it works is you vote every day, and those votes accumulate. And they actually have these periods of the day wherever they're like, some person that did modeling years ago, blah 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 blah, 2 times votes right now for an hour, and I never tap into that because I'm at work. But that's a good time to vote. So if I get a chance, I'll tap into that so I can get more votes. But yeah, so just follow me, and then I'll post it on my story, and then you can click the link and vote.
Very nice.
Thanks
very
for bringing
nice.
that up.
Yeah. So what's the end goal? Is this just something you're trying, or are you really trying to win with this?
I would like to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to win, and like I said, I'm just trying to find ways to build my resume and throw my name into every hat. Honestly, I do not care how I make it, as long as I stay who I am, don't compromise my integrity, and I enjoy what I'm doing. I love creative stuff. You know what I mean? And I think that's something too about being Native American is we're very reserved, and we're taught not to really gloat and stand out. So this kind of industry of like, you know, women, and I'm not gonna lie, this magazine, I think they have like some sexy pictures on there, but I think people go into something and they have this idea and then they let it scare them, right?
Okay.
So like, let's say I get in there and I get, you know, say I do win. I think people underestimate how much you have a say in how you are portrayed nowadays. Do you know what I mean? So I just think, you know, don't let anything scare you, and do what you want to do at the end of the day. And you can always say no, and especially for the entertainment industry, you can always say no. And
When you say making it, what's your definition? Like, what do you see? What do you mean?
for me, or in
For
general?
you.
For me, I have big aspirations, but I know that it's not bad to have big aspirations, but to start small, right? So let's say I win this competition. That would be making it for me.
Okay.
Yeah. But to say on the acting side, I haven't done one stand-in or background actor role for any movies in New Mexico. And by now I should have.
Okay.
If I did that now, that would be me making it right now.
Okay.
Now in 5 years, 15 years, if that's still what I'm doing, I'm not making it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just depends on where I am at my point in my life, I guess.
Compromising your integrity. When you said that, what were you talking about?
Oh, most people know that the industry targets women and wants women to take off their clothes and do things that they don't want to do to make it. Like, there's been a lot of producers, I'm sure, and directors that have, you know, made women feel like you don't have a choice and you're going to do what I say. And I don't, not that I don't believe that that's true. I do believe that's true.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying, like, as long as I am who I am and it's on my terms and I feel comfortable and I don't feel pushed, then I'll do the job.
Very nice. So what would be like your dream role character to play in a movie?
Oh my gosh, I love Zendaya.
Oh yeah.
I love Zendaya. Yes, I love her roles in movies. I love.
So you watched the last episode, this season of Euphoria?
No, I actually don't watch TV.
So you didn't watch her in Euphoria?
I don't watch TV at all.
She was amazing in Euphoria.
I believe it. I believe it. I watched her a little bit growing up because we're around the same age, and whenever she was coming up and Shake It Up, I was in school playing 3 sports, you know, real busy with school. I couldn't watch the show, but I just remember seeing her, liking her, and then 2 other people like Shailene Woodley and Divergent. You know, all those very strong female characters, those types of movies. I really like those types of movies.
Okay.
Divergent. What's the other one? The Hunger Games. Jennifer Lawrence. Shoot, I do almost any role off the top of my head right now, but those are the kind of like actresses that I aspire to be like, but I also want to add that like little flavor of who I am.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Throw it in there. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
You gotta watch Euphoria. I can't believe you didn't watch it.
I can't bring myself to watch TV. That I know that sounds crazy. Someone told me it's a good quality, but I don't know. Like, so you spend so many years in school,
yeah,
and you're focusing on getting good grades, trying to eat healthy, trying to work out. You have no time for TV.
Yeah.
And then whenever you do have time for TV, you're supposed to be studying. So I guess I got out of that habit. And then whenever I got into working, you work a 9 to 5, and then you're trying to go to the gym, and then you're trying to cook dinner, and then you're trying to clean. When do you have time for TV? And also, I don't like sitting on the couch all day. I'd rather be more productive and get out and I'll be honest, go to the mall, walk around, hang out with a friend, or I don't know. Watching TV is not one of, which is funny because that's what I want to do. But
Yeah.
watching TV is not one of my go-tos. I couldn't tell you. There's so many movies people have like quoted around me, and I'm like, sorry, I don't know.
I feel you.
Yeah.
So, since I've known you, you've always been very confident and you've always put yourself out there. Where do you find that confidence, or what made you like that?
I'll be honest, I was just born with it.
Really?
Yeah, I've always had.
You never had like role models or inspirations that you.
There's nobody really like me in my family, to be honest. Like, truthfully, I've had this conversation with one of my friends or my parents or somebody. Like, my mom is a very strong female figure, very confident, but she's not on the creative side. Like, don't get me wrong, she is creative, but she's more, numbers, be creative with strategy. Yeah, and then my dad, no, not the same. I'm very unique in that sense that I was always the one that was like, I want to do this, and no one's ever done that before. So like I did talent shows growing up.
What kind of talent shows?
I did and you could do anything in the talent show. So when I was in 3rd grade, I danced to that song on Save the Last Dance. I forgot Jennifer Lopez. It's with that one actress from 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, well the song that she danced to in her final audition, I danced to that song with some streamers, and I don't know, I've always had a drive to like do stuff like that. Like even in like after school programs when I was in elementary school, I remember like I want to be in the dance class. I love to dance. I want to be in the dance class, and I've always too gravitated toward leadership roles. It's just who I am. Like at the end of the day, like
that's dope.
So I not that I hate to say it because I know some people really struggle with confidence. And I'm not saying I don't. I just feel like I have more than people that aren't born with it, because I have met a lot of people, especially on the res, that are lack confidence, or I don't know.
Self-doubt, I think, is what it is.
Yeah.
Especially with our people. And like once again, it's always, what is that person going to think of me? Or, oh, I don't want to do that. It's too embarrassing.
Or even like support, right?
Yeah.
So I'm lucky enough that I have family that supported me in my dreams and goals. So whenever I did want to do that talent show, my mom and dad, and I had an aunt that was really good dancer. We all just kind of like, they helped me do those things and pursue those dreams of mine. And when I feel like whenever, like, especially our people, if you're in a home of poverty, domestic violence, grandma's raising you, it's hard to have that kind of support because they're just trying to make it by.
Yeah.
So
that's true. What is something that people might misunderstand about you?
A lot of people don't think I'm native.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Yeah, like a lot of people don't think I'm native. And then when I tell people I'm native, like especially like when I went to college, they think I'm one of the natives that didn't grow up on the res, that's like 1/16 and not tied to their people at all. And I have to like explain how native I am.
What do you tell them exactly? Because I go through a similar thing too. So
Yeah. So normally it starts off like the conversation will go like, where are you from? And I'll say Mescalero. And then they'll say where? And I'll say, have you ever been to Ruidoso? Oh yeah. Okay. Have you ever been to Inn of the Mountain Gods? Oh yeah, I thought that was Ruidoso. No, it's not Ruidoso. From Mescalero. You're a Native American? Yes, I'm Native American. How much are you? 1/4. Oh, and then they kind of like, I can see the wheels turning, and I feel the like need to like, my uncle was the president of my tribe. I graduated from the school on my reservation. Like people just, they look at you and they judge a book by its cover, and I don't blame them or anything. I have very Hispanic features, but I guess there's that conception around natives in general. Like we're such a small population of people. Yeah. That when people think of natives, they think of like the standard, very brown skin, long black hair. And I have family that has those features. they don't know, the world doesn't know enough about Native Americans. And that's kind of like where my creative mind goes to too whenever I think about being a director or producer. Like, there's really no teaching. I had to get a master's degree to learn about the fact. I didn't know our tribe had a constitution until I was in my 20s.
Yep.
Like, I did not know that was a thing.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's just not of knowledge around natives anyways. So
does it get frustrating for you that people?
Yeah, it gets frustrating having to prove myself, I guess. Yeah, that gets frustrating, but I don't blame them. I'd probably be the same way, you know? It's just, you don't know what you don't know. What I appreciate is when people, like, I can tell they really do listen to me whenever I try and explain things to them. And people can tell whenever you're lying. You know what I mean? So if someone was lying about being Native, or, yeah, my grandma was a Cherokee princess, that's like a joke, right? At this point, it's a joke. But, like, I feel like people can see through that now at any point in time. But yeah. Yeah.
I have the similar struggles here and there. Yeah, but it's different. But I'm definitely proud to be a Mescalero Apache, Chiricahua Apache. And I'm proud to be a Hispanic also as well. Too. You know, I'm proud to be both. So I would say we have the best of both worlds in New Mexico. You know.
Yeah, I agree.
So I love it. But anyways, when you picture yourself the happiest, most successful version of yourself, what are you doing?
We've been talking a lot about my career, but I would like to have a family one day.
Really?
Yeah, and it's like funny because I feel like women go through this. Not that men don't, but I feel like women go through this, that you want to have everything, but you can't have it all at once, right? So I would like to have like a stable relationship, be married, have a family, and of course my career is something I want to, but it's something that I do know that how are you going to be superb, you know, successful and still be the mother you want to be?
Right.
You know what I mean? I feel like that doesn't exist. I've started telling people there's no such thing as balance. People try and make it seem like there's balance. There's not. Like, you're going to give your time to more than one thing. That's why it's important to have a partner to help you whenever you're ready to, you know, have that career and have a family, because like movies, it takes like, I think it almost takes like 9 months to film a movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So imagine that time being away from your family and say, you know, I don't have a successful relationship, then who's raising my kid for like 9 months?
Right,
you know,
right.
So ideally I feel like it's a split up time frame of where I want to be, but I would like to be financially in a position where I can not have to work a 9 to 5, engage in creative projects that I want to do, you know, and then, you know,
have a family.
Yeah, have a family, and I don't think it's going to be at once, to be honest.
Do you believe like in divine timing, or do you have like a particular faith,
like whenever, explain?
Like if something's meant to be and God gives it to you at the right time.
Yes, I do believe it's in God's time, and I kind of find a sense of relief in that, because then that means I don't have to figure it out. Okay. You know, because I feel like whenever you put it on yourself to, like, you know, 23 I graduate with my master's, and then 24 I'm married, and then 25 I have kids, and then 26 I have my second kid, and then you know what I mean? It's
a lot of pressure.
Yes, it is a lot of pressure, and especially for women, because like I'm 27 now, and I know a lot of women my age are in the same position where we're like career oriented, and you know, it's hard, especially depending on what career you want to go into, to have that as well.
Yeah.
It's the truth. It's just the truth. So it sucks, but I'm grateful that it's still an option. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. So what would you tell a young person from Mescalero with big dreams who may be afraid to put themselves out there?
No, there's no perfect way. Know you're gonna mess up. And you have to get it in your mind. You just have to get it in your mind that nothing is gonna change until you do something about it. Right? So if you stay what you're doing, do what you're doing right now in your life, and you always think of this dream, and you always think of, I want to do this, but I don't want to mess up, or I want to audition for this, whatever, and sing, but I'm afraid to mess up on a note, and so you don't do it, and then time goes by, and you look back, and regret is a real thing. I think that's what really pushes me as a person, is I've had a strong sense of regret, like not wanting regret. And I feel some people don't have that.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't really sink in as much as it sinks in for me. Because I always think to myself, for Miss Indian World was one of those times when I was like, if I don't do this now, I will never have a chance to do it again in my life. So might as well do it. Who cares if you lose? Yeah. You can say you did it. And sometimes, like for me, that's what's helped me do things that scare me, because that was scary.
How was that experience? We haven't
Oh, it was awesome. It was. I wish I would have done it from the moment I could have done it till when I did it when I was 24. I could have done it. I think you can start running whenever you're 18.
For the people that don't know out there, what is that exactly, Miss Indian World?
Miss Indian World, I would say, is the equivalent of Miss Universe, but for Native Americans. So any Native, and not even Native American, like from the Americas, but like any indigenous person that can prove they're indigenous with some sort of documentation, can run for this role. And she is a representation of all indigenous people, not just in the United States, but indigenous people in Mexico and Canada. I ran with a few Canadians. There was a really nice girl. She still does pageants now, but yeah, so that's basically like, because Miss Universe is over the whole globe. Okay. And so think of that, but the Native American version, any tribe in the world can run for this.
Miss Indian World, and it's held at Gathering of Nations. Well, I don't know where it's going to be held now, right?
They're not having it anymore.
They're not having it anymore?
Unfortunately, wow. Yeah.
Well, that's great that you got to be a part of that.
Yeah.
When it was...
Believe it or not, there was only one more running after me, and that was the last one. That's so amazing. I mean, to me, that's kind of like...
What was the best part of that whole experience, or most memorable?
I just loved being around other indigenous women that were like me, in the sense of they wanted to pursue this goal, and they were all driven, successful. A majority of them had degrees. If they didn't have degrees, they were working for their tribe. They were working for, the school or some sense, and they had all roles in their community. And usually I'm used to being the only outgoing one. Mm-hmm. And all of these, and even though their personalities were different, if that makes sense, they were all leaders.
Yeah.
They were all leaders from their tribes. And I loved being around them. It was so nice, because it was like, wow, these Native girls are so nice and intelligent.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That's awesome. So, with that, how did you do? How did you end up doing with that whole thing?
I placed in the top 10. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember which number, but I placed in the top 10, and I think I kind of knew going into that the chances of me winning were slim, because like anything, the more you do it, the more experience you have. Mm-hmm. And because I hadn't done a pageant ever, I didn't know what to expect. I could have performed better had I more experience under my belt and got under the knife, so to speak, more often, because you can rehearse on your own time, but there's a different level whenever you're actually in it, and that pressure is on you, and I think that really helps. Okay. So if I would have done it more, maybe I would have had a better chance of winning. But I didn't think I did bad. I mean, top 10, first time ever.
Right.
I think that's pretty cool. I mean, that's just me. But
that's amazing. Cool. Okay. So the big question, what's next for Ariel Aguilar?
So, like I said, I'm doing that John Casablanca program. I just need to finish it. I haven't finished it. I need to finish the program. They set me up with some reels, and they pick the best ones, kind of critique my work. They help me with my portfolio. Once I have my portfolio, that's what they really ask for. It's kind of like a resume for, a regular job. That way, whenever you audition, you have these reels already ready. And then sometimes too, of course, they'll ask for you to memorize a script and send them a video of you doing the script. But once I finish that, I really need to start submitting my material so that way I can get in on some movies, even if it's just a background role or
Okay.
doing that and seeing where that takes me. And yeah,
That's beautiful. Whenever you watch a movie, like if you ever have time to watch a movie, do you ever pick a character and pretend that that's you?
yeah. Oh yeah, like I said, Shailene Woodley from Divergent character, I forgot what her name is. Tris. I would always picture myself being her, being Jennifer Lawrence or Katniss Everdeen. I think that's a staple. Even like the Maze Runner being Thomas, but like female version. Lord of the Rings being one of the elves.
Oh, really?
Yeah, being one of the elves. Harry Potter being one of the female wizards. Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, that's fun. That's one thing I do too.
Mm-hmm.
But wow, that's awesome. So it sounds like the movies and acting is what's your main goal.
Yeah, I would really. I've always loved to act. I think it's so interesting to embody something and bring it to life in your own way. And then two, I love learning about a bunch of different stuff, and basically that's what actors do is they learn whatever that person is or does for a living. You play a doctor, you start studying what doctors do. And not only that, I'm so interested in the brain and the mind and the way people think and why people do the things the way they do them. And that's what character analysis is. That's what actors do, is they study the person, study things that make them tick. And then there's that creative freedom of, but what is that? What is your creative choice and how you want to portray that character? And that could be way different than another person.
Yeah.
And that I like that sort of freedom.
Okay. I've heard of that, and one thing that amazed me about actors, they get into character as soon as they start filming, and they don't break character until they're done filming. Even when they take a break, like I've heard Will Smith and Denzel Washington, they do this. They'll stay in the character in their trailer for weeks, maybe months, even at home, and that's what makes them such a good actor, because they actually embody that character that they're playing. They'll give them a walk, a talk, a sound, and I think that's pretty cool. What is your biggest challenge right now?
I'm terrible at procrastinating.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a terrible procrastinator. That's why I was happy whenever you offered this podcast, because I really need friends like that are like, come on, Ariel, like, which is funny because I have 2 degrees, right? So you would think, I am a go-getter. I am motivated, but I'm terrible at procrastinating. And so I really need to write out. I have to see stuff. I'm that person. Like I'm a visual person. If I see it, I see the date, time, whatever. Okay, now I know what I have to do. But if you just leave it up here, I feel like sometimes I'll do it later. You know what I mean? Yeah. I know so exactly. I remember during COVID, to kind of help me get through that tough time, being cabin fever and everything, I bought a extra large dry erase board, and I would write out all the things I had to do for school, all my assignments, when they were due. And that helped me look at it every day. There it is, scratch it off, take the sticky note off, whatever you got to do. So I got to do that for all the different things I want to do, for the influencing. I got to learn more about that too. What it means, how because there's a method to the madness. I think people think they just post. They don't just post. They know there's a time. From what I understand, you have to post the same time. Yeah. And the algorithm will start tapping into it. There's certain things you say, way you do thumbnails. Anyway, so, I need to learn. I need to spend time learning more about that. I need to get into shape, really make a gym split, have a time and that I go to the gym and, you know, be consistent with that. And then with the acting too, start reading some more scripts, working on my skills. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot. And after a 9 to 5, I'm sure everybody knows, you get home, you're just tired.
Yep.
You're just like physically and mentally drained. But I keep telling myself, my mother had 3 kids at my age and had a full-time job.
Oh wow.
So I have no excuse. Like I'm grateful that I have the freedom and time I do right now. And just imagine one day, you know, good Lord's willing, and I do have kids, then that'd be great. But that's gonna be even harder then. So right now I should really be embracing the fact that I have my free time.
Do you enjoy your freedom?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What do you like to do, like when you actually have free time?
I love to shop.
Oh, where
I
at?
love to shop. I go to Ross and Marshalls and TJ Maxx a lot.
Nice.
Anybody who knows me can attest to that, and it's true. I love walking malls and just like window shopping. And sometimes I don't even buy anything. I just love walking around. I love going out to eat, visiting my friends, just talking. I really feel like nowadays people have lost that.
Everybody's on their phone all the time.
Yeah, they don't go out. They don't want to hang out. They don't want to meet new. I love meeting new people.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I love meeting new people.
How do you meet new people in this area?
Here, honestly, I try and meet people at work, make friends at work, people that I don't work with, and just engage in conversation. You know, in passing, I talk to guests. I talked to these guests recently, and I think they said they were from Loveland,
Okay.
Texas.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, and just, you know, sometimes those conversations lead into let me get your contact information. Like, we should hang out sometime. And believe it or not, that's how you just gotta be willing to talk to people, honestly. I feel like some people are just so scared of, once again, what are they gonna think? What are they gonna say? And then too, if you don't do it, it's a skill to engage in conversation and carry a conversation. And I think, once again, if you're on your phone all the time and you're not doing it, you don't know how to carry a conversation. And so, of course, you're gonna be scared and not want to do it. So I have a really good people skills. So I meet people like that. I don't know.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I saw some of your clips that you're posting the other day. Are you trying to bring more content of that type of?
You know, one thing I have done recently, I reached out to an influencer. I'm sure people know him, Cody Dayish. He's goes by Clay Blaze. I did a few videos with him. Funny native Navajo guy, and I thought that was fun. That was for work, like my influencing and you know, the acting too, because that benefits me. And I thought that was fun.
That one got a lot of views, huh?
Yeah,
that was a good one.
He posted it on his stuff, which was better because he had more followers and more people saw it. But yeah, that was fun.
Do you want to do more stuff like that?
Heck yeah.
And collaborate with people?
Yeah, I think that's great. So if anybody sees this, you're an influencer, just hit me up. Let's do something. I have so many ideas. I just gotta, you know, do them, and then I don't know. That's how I know I'm a creative person. I just have all these ideas, like so many ideas. You know what I mean?
Yep. That's awesome. Okay. We've been going on for almost an hour.
Oh, dang. Okay.
So, to wrap this up, well, do you have any shout outs, or is there anything else we might have not talked about?
No, I don't have any shout outs.
Okay. Yeah. So I have this thing that I came up with. It's called the Final 7. 7's a very sacred number for me for many different reasons. But I just want to ask you 7 of these last questions, and no right or wrong answer. Whatever comes to your mind first.
Okay.
However you want to answer. And then after that, we can give them one more time your information of how people can vote for you for the Maxim cover and all that good stuff.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. So first question from the Final 7 is your dream vacation. Where are you going?
I would like to go out of the country somewhere. I just don't know where. I want to say like let's just say Greece. I really like Greek mythology. Let's just say Greece.
Awesome. Okay. One celebrity you'd love to work with.
Man, like I always have this on the top of my head, and now I'm drawing a blank.
Well, you said Zendaya.
Yeah,
earlier.
Zendaya.
Yeah, she's awesome. And you
Woo!
gotta watch Euphoria. I mean, man,
Yes.
I don't watch that much TV too, but I made time for Euphoria. And there's one character in there. He's a black cowboy dude.
Uh-huh.
He's somebody I would want to play.
Heck
He's
yeah.
dope. But anyways, okay, Zendaya. We'll say
Okay.
Zendaya.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes, for sure.
All right. Third question: singing, dancing, acting, or modeling? If you had to choose one.
Acting.
Acting. Beautiful. Okay. What's one thing you can't go a day without?
Eating.
What's your favorite food? Oh,
My favorite food is a mixture between pancakes, pho, and wings.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay, that was part of that question. Fifth question: what makes you happiest?
My family makes me happy, and
Nice.
and sad and mad and everything, but happy for sure is one of them.
Awesome. Okay. What do you want people to remember you for?
My heart.
Beautiful. All right. Last question. You wake up tomorrow and find out you won Maxim Cover Girl. Who is the first person you are calling?
My mother.
Nice. All right. That's the final 7, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Ariel, the camera's yours. Before we get out of here, tell everybody how they can vote for you and where to go.
Okay. So just follow my social media. My Instagram is Ariel_Mercedes_Aguilar. Check out my story, and I will have a post on there. On my Facebook, it's just Ariel Aguilar, and you can see, same thing, I'll have a post on there. You click the link. Every day, I've been not posting every day, but I need to do better. You can vote every day, and those votes add up. So it's not just like you vote today and that's it. If you could vote every day, that'd be great. I appreciate it. And we talked about this earlier. I'm just going to say, just go for it.
Yeah.
And remember, one day we're all going to be, if the good Lord is willing, 60 years old with gray hair and wrinkles. You do not want to look back at your youth and think to yourself, I should have just tried. It's the worst thing to live with, I feel like. So, and sometimes that thought is the only thing that'll get you out, your foot out the door. So that's what helps me.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Ariel, for being on the show.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Happy to be here.
From Creation Station Studio, it's DJ Frizzo, and I'm out.
Yeah. DJ Frizzo in the room. Mic on. Minds open. From the first hello to the last deep thought, we bring the real with the questions hot. Every guest got a story, every story got gold. Tune in close, let the good stuff unfold.